Let's talk about how, what the environmental cards or those chemicals of concern cards with the nuggets of statistics do for your parties, or how that helps you in your parties.
It hits on one of the 4 H's. Is it gives them that knowledge that is going to also translate into that value that we talked about.
People don't understand why they need something until they understand what they're doing isn't right. And we do the best we can until we know better, then we do better.
And we're all becoming more aware, right? Together, we're all becoming more aware.
Totally.
So there's lots of different ways that you could use those cards. I mean, I noticed in the party today, you just kind of pulled them out as a reinforcement.
Yeah, so I piggybacked them. I saw which cards they chose, and then I grabbed the corresponding environmental cards that I knew I could piggyback on them. Just because for time's sake, I wanted to do 2 people per party, or 2 cards per party. If there were 8 people and each person chose 2 cards, the environmental ones would have naturally fallen in. But if I see them still sitting out on the counter and I see what problems they chose, you can grab the environmental ones to reinforce your reason why they need to change from a chemical-based product to an environmental-based product.
And they're easy to memorize. So then they get in your head, and when you're standing in the grocery store, I talk to people in the line. I don't know if everybody
Can't believe that.
But sometimes, or you're using produce bags and people are like, what are those? And you're like, well, did you know that plastic doesn't biodegrade? Like, it's all gonna be there. And they give you that look because they didn't know that. And all their stuff is in plastic bags. They didn't have a solution. It gives you that nugget of knowledge that creates a conversation, and all of a sudden, well, I don't know, do you have a party booking? Do you have a new friend? Did they take your card? Awesome, right? So, connections.
Opens a lot of conversations.
It does.
What I like about the environmental cards is it gives people statistics at their fingertips, right? Because sometimes when you're still trying to figure out what's the household pack, what's the difference between the window cloth and the EnviroCloth? So by tangibly giving them a handful of statistics that reinforce why they've fallen in love with the product, they don't even need to memorize it. They can read it off the card and pass it around. So it just makes it so simple. This business is so simple. The tricky part is getting people to do it. That's what's going to get them success. So by giving them the tools, they'll naturally talk about the statistics, they'll naturally talk about the bookings, they'll naturally talk about the business opportunity, and they will have success.